So for maybe the fourth or fifth time in my life, I'm reading Exodus by Leon Uris. Exodus is the quintessential novel about Israel and its founding and establishment as a state in 1948 after a 2,000-year exile of Jews from Judea. It's really an incredible novel. It's an adventure story, high adventure. It got turned into a movie starring Paul Newman. It's a not only is it a really propulsive and interesting and gripping work of fiction, it's also a fictional history of the founding of the state of Israel and the people who made it possible. It's set in the aftermath of the Holocaust when Jews are being held in displaced persons camps and no country will accept them, and there are early Zionists in Israel who make illegal boat runs to save these people from DP camps and get them to Israel, where the British were not allowing any Jews to immigrate at that time. They had completely cut off or severely limited immigration during and after the Holocaust. And in doing so, the British helped contribute to the deaths of hundreds of thousands and potentially millions of Jews during World War II. I'm rereading Leon Uris's Exodus, and every time I've read it, it's been during a period of conflict and struggle for the Jewish people in the state of Israel. And the book always reads a little differently and has a different message based on what the current historic moment is in which I'm reading it. And right now, after October 7th, during this ongoing war with Hamas and Gaza, this horrifying war, and the surge in anti-Semitism all over the world that we're seeing, and the murder of Jews in America, the harassment of Jews in America, the destruction of Jewish property in America, people protesting at synagogues, Chabad's, real out-and-out public anti-Semitism in a way that we've never seen it in this country before. This book is speaking to me differently now than it had the 3 or 4 other times I read it. And so I encourage everybody, if you haven't read Exodus by Leon Uris, now is the perfect time to pick it up, because it's the story of the establishment of the state of Israel and why that establishment was so important, and the people who paid so dearly for the establishment of the Jewish state. You know, it covers everything from the ongoing and horrible wars with Arab nations and people, to the Palestinians of today, to the early conflicts with the British to help drive them out of Palestine, which of course the British took charge of Palestine under the British mandate after, and the Ottoman Empire, now Turkey, which had controlled Palestine, lost, and so British took it over. The Ottoman Empire lost the war, they lost the land. There was never a Palestinian state there, but there was a large Arab population on that land. And while there were Jews there at the time as well, the Zionist movement encouraged mass migration of Jews to Palestine, bringing more Jews there than there had been in 2,000 years since the last fall of Judea and the exile of the Jews and the diaspora, which we're living in today. Read Exodus. It's an incredible book, adventure novel, but it's also a fascinating piece of history and a masterwork of historical fiction by Leon Uris. And he's got some other great books too.